Hello, and welcome to Toothpaste and Luxury. My name is Jackson Galaxy, and today's products are the OneWheel Plus XR by Future Motion and Colgate's Charcoal Toothpaste. This video is not sponsored. These products were purchased by me at full MSRP. Let's go! Hello, and welcome to the bathroom. My name is Professor Nonsense. The toothpaste review we're going to be doing today is Colgate Anti-Cavity Fluoride Toothpaste Revitalizing Whitening Toothpaste with Activated Charcoal. Mint flavored, well, fresh mint to be precise. It's got charcoal in it. Here, let me look at the label. I expect this to be a fresh mint flavored toothpaste. Today's luxury item is the OneWheel XR by Future Motion. I have owned this OneWheel, her name is Colette, for a couple of years now, so this won't be a first impressions and unboxing type of video. I think the charcoal thing is a bit of a gimmick, but let's find out. It does actually include charcoal powder right there in the list. Will that matter? Who knows? Who cares? The thing that upsets me is that it has blue 1, red 40, and yellow 5 in it. Why are you dyeing a toothpaste that I expect to be black a color that it wouldn't otherwise be? It must be like a gross yellow-ish color, I would think. It's just gray-ish. I got a boogie in my nose. It's gray toothpaste. Just make it whatever color it would be. Why am I putting dye in a thing that goes on my teeth? This is the unboxing segment. Just the items that you see here. It has a charger, the OneWheel information pamphlet. Notably, what does not come in the box is the fender for the wheel, which is absurd given the price. There should be some fender, even if it's just like a flexible one, it absolutely should be included in the price. Now on to the segment where I use the luxury item. Here's a buttload of footage of me doing that over the last several years. Boy, wasn't that an experience for me. So, a bit about the board. It has a sensor on the nose side, or rather two sensors, and when your foot is pushing on both of the sensors and it reaches 180 degrees, it will activate and turn on and try to stay underneath you. So if you lean one way, it will try and go that way to get underneath you. If you want to stop, all you have to do is stand upright and balance, compared to something like a longboard where you have to learn how to brake before you can really even do anything safely. Something like this, you can learn to brake in a matter of minutes, making it way safer than you would think, but it still needs to be respected. The most common injury on this is breaking your lead collarbone, because it will stop and fling you off of it. So you need to know when those things are going to stop. You need to know what the limitations of the wheel are. And I will tell you that right now. If it's low battery, if you're going up or down a really steep slope, or if you're going really fast, those limitations will cause the board to shut off. But it doesn't just shut off on you. The nose will start to push up against you. The nose will start to push back, and they call that pushback. The board is reaching its limitations, and if you continue to try and push it past that, it's just gonna shut off to save from damaging itself, and once it stops balancing, you just go flying off of it. And that is legitimately dangerous, and I have never had that happen to me because I read the manual and I know how to operate the thing, but there are people, and you know, just YouTube it, I'm sure you'll find lots of videos about people eating crap off this thing. You're most likely gonna run into trouble once you get comfortable on it. You'll want to go pretty quick. You'll want to go pretty fast. It's not considered a motor vehicle. It can go on sidewalks and back trails up to 19 miles per hour, but as soon as you start hitting 20 miles an hour, the nose will start pushing up against you, and if you don't respect that, it's gonna shut off. Now, that pushback needs to have an audio something, right? There needs to be some speaker or some sort of sound generating like membrane or something like a klaxon or something, even if it's just a tiny one in here, that makes sound and lets you know that something is wrong, something is going off. Now it does connect to your mobile phone through an app, and it's just a Bluetooth connection. Some people have better luck than others. I've never had any trouble with mine, and that's how it alerts you. All of the, like if one foot isn't on the sensor pad, it lets you know that like, hey, if you slow down, we're gonna assume that you're trying to stop and like turn the machine off because one of the sensors is not being activated in this moment. It also has other stuff like battery information, and you can actually tune the electronics to be more or less responsive if you're new or a veteran, if you're going off-road or up hills. There's lots of different settings for that. There's maps, there's like a social media platform. My makeup makes me look a little ridiculous. I got a little too much eye going on here. But here we go. Here's the toothpaste. I'm gonna check it out. And we're back, years later. The first day that I got this, I was out cruising uphill, playing Pokemon Go, just laughing out loud at myself at how much fun I was having. I'm sure I looked like an utter psychopath to the people driving by in their cars. Just cackling to myself, like, it's so fun. In that moment, I immediately didn't care about the money, which is super weird for me. I don't make very much, to be honest. The amount that I had and I spent on this, it was so worth it. I've used it so much since then, and I've had so much fun on it. But yeah, it's like the best, funnest money I've ever spent on anything. It's so cool. It's so fun. This video isn't just meant to be me like raving about it. There are things that I don't like about it. For one, it doesn't come with a fender. For two, it's hard to keep it clean. This little thing, you pick them up at Harbor Freight. It's usually used to clean a belt sander. There's nothing better for cleaning these things than this little goobery thing. It's also built like a tank. You can take it off-road, which is why mine's all chipped up and banged up, and it's, you know, part of the fender is glued back on like multiple times. It takes a really long time to charge. Again, it's hard to say that that's like a negative thing though, because the battery is so big that this one will go for about 20 miles like on flat, smooth roads. So if you're going extreme and crazy, like you can still go like 10 miles like pretty easily. It's also extremely heavy, so you're not gonna wanna be carrying it anywhere if at all possible. But again, is that really a negative? Like, it's built like a tank. It's built out of automotive parts. This backside here is where the battery is. Like, this whole plate is a battery. The motor is inside the hub of the wheel, and then all up here is the electronics and the charging. The cables that run from the electronics to the battery and back and forth, those are all like automotive parts. They're okay to get wet to some degree. Don't quote me on that. It's not an amphibious vehicle, but like, I've used it in the snow and in the rain and in torrential downpours and like going through gutters, and it's never had any issue whatsoever because it's just built like a monster. In conclusion, were my expectations met? Yes, very much so. Are you kidding me? This thing is a blast. It's the most fun thing I own. It's so cool. I do have an aftermarket back plate that's got that like concave, so you can carve a little bit more like a longboard, something I'm used to doing. And I did get the fender. So should you buy the OneWheel XR or other OneWheel products? Yes. The answer to that is yeah, especially if you have the money. If you don't have the money, you'll have to save a little bit. I mean, don't go into debt or put it on credit unless you're prepared to do that kind of thing. I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not in charge of you, but as far as, yes, you should try and get your hands on one of these. Practice until you're comfortable on it, and be safe and wear a helmet and don't disrespect the vehicle. Again, I'm a bit of a board sport person, so I was able to pick it up and just go. A very small amount of like learning curve for me. I've seen people say that they don't enjoy it and that they couldn't get the hang of it and they bought it and sold it. It's like, don't do that, just work at it. I promise if you're able to like cruise around on it, it's the most fun thing in the world. What the heck was I talking about? Well, that's certainly quite the experience, in that it is almost no different from any other experience I've ever had with a fresh mint toothpaste. The charcoal doesn't really add anything. It is slightly off, I will say that. The flavor is slightly, it's almost like an off-brand for like a dollar store, just like generic toothpaste. It's fine. It's toothpaste. Stuff that your teeth need. Stuff? A little, like, my lisp came back for a moment. Should you buy it? It's toothpaste. Do you need toothpaste? Here's one that is available. No, we're not doing that again. My name is Jackson Galaxy. Thank you for watching Toothpaste and Luxury. If you'd like to support us, please check out our Patreon, linked in the description below. Please check out our other YouTube channels. We've got a gaming channel, an ASMR channel, and a video blog channel. We do streams on Twitch. I have a TikTok. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all the things that you would otherwise do. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you hopefully in less than a month this next time. Okay, bye! If you're interested, they also have been doing the Race for the Rail series. You can check out their YouTube channel. I'm not sponsored by them, I just like their stuff. This is a review, not a sponsored segment. So at Future Motion, if anyone from your company is watching, the next thing I want to see is a literal tank tread. You guys have made so many comparisons to how much this is built like a tank, but an actual literal tank tread, you know, you'd have to figure out some engineering, but that's why you guys are the crazy engineers, right? I want to see a literal tank version of the OneWheel Plus, and that will be the version that I would buy next. Boosted board just went out of business because they couldn't, you know, satisfy their shareholders or whatever nonsense was going on. I hope that doesn't happen to you. So if you guys make an electric scooter next, I'm gonna be really scared. But don't do that. Make a tank, make an actual tank tread version of the OneWheel. And then also give me a battery, because I already can't take this on a plane. Give me like a battery that's like a freaking huge, like, you know, maybe put one on this side. Like, I wanna be able to go for 50 miles on a tank tread next. It's great, it's lovely, it's wonderful. I want to buy one for every one of my friends just so we can hang out and go like ride for an hour and a half every day together. That's like my dream. It's so fun. Trying to shoot, but my kitty cat is in the sink, drinking all the water. Can I shoot my video now, kitty? You're gonna play in the sink for a while.